Howdy folks, Nathan here with a very special car, and that's because it's a 2023 BMW 760i xDrive sedan. And why do I hold the sticker here? Normally we wait until the end to talk about pricing, but that's because this is a $113,000 car basically. No, it's not. In this video, I'm going to tell you how we get it up to $162,000, but more importantly, if you're a high roller or something else, you may actually find this car to be to your liking, and that's kind of the point of this video. So yeah, we're going to talk about pricing and whatnot, but we're also going to show you the most baller component of this vehicle, which is the back seat, because that is by far the most important thing a car like this represents. Forget the way it looks. Observe, if you will. That, my friends, is a 4.4 liter twin turbocharged V8 that puts out 536 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. It's hooked up to a 48 volt hybrid system. My God, so much power. 8-speed ZF transmission. Now, it's a little bit different than other V8s that BMW has produced, in that it is hooked up to a hybrid system. And what's interesting is that the electric motor is actually hooked up inside the transmission to the engine, so it's sandwiched in between, which is a little bit different than other BMW setups. As this car sits, this type of power can propel this car at sea level from 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds. Why is that important? Because if you're being pursued by the paparazzi and you're a baller, you need to get away. That's what this does. Oh, by the way, xDrive all-wheel drive and four-wheel steering are also part of the package. Ballers need to be recognized. You need to stand out. You need to have presence. You need a two-tone paint job. More importantly, you need an expensive one. We'll go over the pricing of how much this paint job actually costs, which is really interesting because you're actually paying more for less paint if you think about it. Nonetheless, not only does this have a two-tone paint job and of course the unique BMW styling that makes the 7 Series look like no other, but it has a pinstripe too. Oh, and those are 21-inch wheels. And that's right. Ballers have doors that open for them. Unfortunately, not quite all the way. There we go. There's a button on the outside that you actuate to open it. A couple things to point out, first of all, that a lot of the systems that are inside of this vehicle are similar to other BMWs, but there are a couple things that are really interesting, and the cameraman's gonna now go over to that door. Why? Because that little panel that's made out of kind of crystal, it illuminates. Let's say you're closing the door, and you actually have the thing work where it's closing after you push the button, and your leg is in the way. It'll flash red. Oh, there it goes. Did you get that? Did you get the red? It flashed red. It doesn't close very hard to begin with because it doesn't want to decapitate or take anything else with it. So it's very soft in closing. So if it does close on your leg, not a big deal. Now, inside, beautiful interior. Cashmere is used on some of the surfaces here. Why? Because cashmere. That's all you have to say. Doesn't matter. Leather, yeah, okay, it's got leather. Other items, Alan Cantero, all this other stuff, yeah, that's great. Cashmere, yeah, that's pretty hip. It also has carbon fiber. This actually comes standard. It's probably the one part of the interior I'm like, really? This car weighs, with me in it, over 5,000 pounds. The carbon fiber is not going to help. I promise you that. But regardless, I'm a baller. As such, this is needed. In fact, next time, BMW, I want that woven in gold. As for the rest of the controls, stop, start, brake control, gear lever, crystal, by the way, all of that is right here. And then, of course, iDrive, which is right up here as well. And everything comes up on the screen nice and crisp, but when you buy a car like this, it's really not about the driving, as ironic as that is coming from the company that builds the ultimate driving machine. Yes, it drives amazing, it's fast. It has some of the best handling of a heavy car I've ever driven. But the whole point of this is to be driven, and that happens back there. Shall we shut the shades? Hey BMW, shut the shades. Okay, here we go.
Please try again or
Cancel. Unbelievable. It's like being married. Okay. Now I have this.
try again using different words. Here are some
Hey
sentences
BMW,
you
cancel.
understand.
Hey BMW, shut your mouth. Hey BMW, quiet. I'm losing an argument with the machine. Okay, so now I'm back here. I need to relax because the car just got me so angry and so sad at the same time because I've just spent a ridiculous amount of money on it. So now I need to recline. My big ass feet are being lifted up, as you can see here. The front seat is actually being tilted forward even more and pushed forward even more. And then there's a footrest that's actually at the bottom of it, which I will have access to. Put my size 13s right there, baby. And I'm gonna go to Fire TV. And I'm gonna tell it to fold down. Look at that. That is, my friends, a 31-inch screen, which is bigger than some home TVs. Granted, it's a little bit on the short side, but it's fine because it's super wide and it's the theater experience, and it taps directly into the extraordinarily overpriced stereo system. Now, here's a really cool little tidbit. This is actually a touchscreen. So once things get loaded and are rolling, I can actually trigger things by touching the screen. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna adjust it. There we go. And then because I'm a baller, UK, that's right, you do need a subscription with Amazon, I believe, in order to make this work. There are other subscriptions that I think also work with this, but if you don't have it, you're not going to be able to use it. Is there an interface where you can plug your phone in here and play and watch something? That's a really good question, and I hope you guys let me know in the comments below because I have no clue. Now, here we go. You are also able to move things around in terms of the display, make it bigger and smaller. You thought TFL was all about cars. We're about TVs too, my friend. Here we go. With input, let's see what it'll do. So you can plug into the HDMI. I thought as much. And yes, I didn't plug anything in because adult TV apparently is a big no-no at TFL. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go back to my home screen. I'm going to go to seats. And reluctantly, I'm going to go back to its first setting. When you're a baller, you really shouldn't rush things. You have to take it easy, wait for things to happen, and it makes you more relaxed. It keeps you confident in what you're doing because you're not rushing through it. When you rush through things, you screw up, right? BMW doesn't like to rush. One of the fastest car companies. Okay, BMW just likes to take their time when it comes to certain technical issues. And I just said the word, and because of that, the damn thing just kicked in again. Entschuldigung wie bitte für meine Inkompetence.
I have found these destinations in the category insurance company. Which one should I select?
Here's a good one. Take me to Roman's house. It actually says it. That's great.
I have found several destinations.
There you go. Let's advertise Roman's house here. This is great. Oh boy. Okay, it's just that easy, folks. Before I hop out, I wanted to show you guys something. This is one of the few cars in its class that has like a luxury reclining seat that actually has provisions for a fifth person that can go in the middle. Granted, they're not somebody that you want to hang with because they're going to be very uncomfortable, but it does have a charger, a wireless charger here, and I think, there we go, yeah, HDMI-C or whatever you want to call it. Very, very nice felt material on the inside, but that's basically what you have here. Otherwise, once again, one of the few cars in its class that has this. Oh, and one final thing, I believe it also has a ski pass-through. The seat is automatically going back to its proper position for whatever unfortunate passenger has to sit up front the minute the door is opened. Why? Why are they unfortunate? Because they don't get to sit in the back like a baller. Okay, let's read off the reasons why this vehicle is a little bit more expensive than its base price of $113,000 plus. And that's because, here we go, it has a $1,300 21-inch M aerodynamic bicolor wheel. Actually, 4 of them. It has, oh my God, that two-tone paint job, $12,000. The climate control laminated glass, $1,300. The Bowers and Wilkins sound system, $4,800. Destination charge, $995. Really? You're going to charge that much after? Oh, okay. So, you were wondering how we got up here? Well, that's how. Final price is $162,045. If you're a baller, that's chump change. Who cares? Easy enough. I'm Roman Micah. I can do what I want. That type of thing. But for regular people like us, you're saying, is there a cheaper alternative? Well, yes, actually. Lexus, Genesis, they all make a car that's about the same size and has pretty good performance. It has a comfortable back seat. But honestly speaking, in terms of just crazy amounts of tech, and we barely scratched the surface, this car is really hard to beat. Wow, that's a lot of dough. For the Fast Lane Cars, this is Nathan. I'll see you next time.